Welcome back to Klepper's Corner, where history isn't just dusty dates and boring textbooks. It's like scrolling through Twitter, but instead of trending hashtags, it's wars, assassinations, and one opera guy hitting a high note so powerful it can shatter your wine glass and your will to live. Today we crack open September 6th, a date that feels like the universe said, what if we crammed every possible genre of human history into one 24-hour binge session? Exploration, democracy, assassinations, wars, terrorism, Nobel Prizes, atomic theory, and even a tenor who could sing higher than your last credit card bill. Buckle up. This is September 6th. Basically, the Costco sample aisle of history. Segment 1. The globe gets circled. 1522. September 6, 1522. The Victoria limps back to Spain, completing the first circumnavigation of the globe. Out of 270 guys who started, only 18 returned. That's a survival rate so low it makes Hunger Games look like summer camp. The original mission wasn't even prove the earth is round. Nope, it was get spices. Imagine dying of scurvy, eating leather belts, and battling mutiny, all so Spain could have slightly tastier chicken. Magellan didn't even finish the trip. He got speared in the Philippines trying to pick a fight with locals who were not impressed with European hubris. The survivors got home and realized they'd lost an entire day on the calendar, accidentally inventing the international dateline. So basically, the first global road trip ended with, we lost almost everyone, we're broke, Magellan's dead, but hey, Taco Tuesday is now on Wednesday. Segment 2, Columbus pushes off, 1492. Exactly 30 years earlier, Columbus sailed west from the Canaries, trying to reach Asia. Spoiler, he didn't. This was the historical equivalent of saying, I'm taking a shortcut to Starbucks and ending up founding a franchise in a completely different country. Columbus's voyage linked two hemispheres, but it also kicked off the Columbian Exchange. Potatoes, smallpox, and syphilis walk into a bar, and suddenly, globalization. History teachers say he discovered America. No, he accidentally tripped over it and said, mine now. If September 6th teaches us anything, it's that humanity's greatest leaps forward usually start with somebody trying to get spices for dinner. Segment 3, the Mayflower misses the exit, 1620. September 6, 1620, the Mayflower sets sail. They aimed for Virginia but ended up in Massachusetts. Classic road trip. I told you to take the left at Delaware. With no legal charter, passengers started murmuring about mutiny. So they scribbled the Mayflower Compact, basically the first HOA agreement of the New World. We promise not to kill each other before winter. And somehow this half-drunk boat contract became a foundation for American democracy, which means the United States traces its political DNA back to guys improvising rules because they were lost. Honestly, that explains Congress perfectly. Segment 4. First woman votes in the U.S., 1870. Fast forward, September 6th, 1870. Louisa Ann Swain, a 70-year-old in Wyoming, becomes the first American woman to vote in a general election. Why Wyoming? Because apparently the Wild West was more progressive than Washington, D.C. Swain just walked to the polls, cast her ballot, and went home. She didn't even Instagram it because she was busy inventing voting equality. Wyoming gave women the vote partly for publicity. Come to Wyoming, we have open skies and open ballots. Still, it set the precedent for the 19th Amendment. Louisa Swain, the original influencer. But instead of hawking diet tea, she hawked democracy. Segment 5, Swaziland's independence, 1968. September 6, 1968, Swaziland, now Eswatini, gained independence from Britain. King Sobhuza II took charge, ruling for 6 decades. Independence Day parties are fun, but imagine inheriting a country after colonialism. It's like getting the keys to a car, but the engine's gone, the tires are slashed, and the previous owner left you a note that just says, good luck. Yet Swaziland made it through, proving September 6th isn't just about old white guys doing boat stuff. It's also about nations reclaiming their futures. Segment 6, the First Battle of the Marne, 1914. September 6th, 1914. Paris is on the verge of falling to Germany. France says, not today, and literally calls taxis to rush troops to the front. Picture a cabbie yelling, "Where to?" And the soldier replies, "Trench 5, and step on it." The Allied counterattack forced Germany into retreat, ending the war of movement and kicking off trench warfare. Translation: 4 years of mud, rats, and soldiers writing depressing poetry. The taxis of the Marne became legendary. Only in France could hailing a cab save civilization. Imagine if today's wars were decided by Uber drivers. "Sorry, can't fight. I'm only taking pool rides." Segment 7. McKinley assassinated, 1901. On September 6, 1901, President William McKinley is assassinated by anarchist Leon Czolgosz in Buffalo. His reasoning? He hated capitalism and thought killing McKinley was his duty. That's a bold career choice. McKinley dies, and suddenly, boom, Teddy Roosevelt takes over. TR charges in with big sticks, national parks, and trust busting. America basically upgraded from Windows 95 to Windows XP overnight. McKinley's death also expanded the Secret Service's role. Before, presidents just kind of walked around hoping nobody tried anything. After McKinley, boom, security detail. So, thanks, Leon. You created TSA lines, but for presidents. Segment 8. Hendrik Verwoerd assassinated, 1966. 1966, South African Prime Minister Hendrik Verwoerd is stabbed to death by Dimitri Sefendus. Verwoerd was known as the architect of apartheid, which is like being the interior decorator of evil. Sefendus acted out of anti-apartheid conviction, but the government covered it up by declaring him insane, spreading the bizarre story that a tapeworm in his stomach told him to do it. Really? That's the best cover story? Not even aliens or witchcraft, just tapeworm gossip? The regime's paranoia showed how fragile apartheid really was. Sefendus rotted in prison, but the story stuck. You can assassinate a dictator, but propaganda will always find a tapeworm scapegoat. Segment 9. Legacies of Genius. September 6th also gave us birthdays and deaths of giants. John Dalton, 1766, gave us atomic theory. Before him, chemistry was basically witchcraft. After him, it was science. Jane Addams, 1860, founded Hull House, proving you can fight poverty with community centers instead of just bootstraps. Margaret Sanger died 1966, fought for birth control, literally getting arrested for handing out pamphlets that today would be free swag at Planned Parenthood. Akira Kurosawa died 1998, reshaped global cinema. Without him, we wouldn't have Star Wars, spaghetti westerns, or Quentin Tarantino trying way too hard. And Luciano Pavarotti died 2007. The man could sing 9 consecutive high Cs, which is 9 more Cs than most of us got in college. So what is September 6th? It's the day humans circled the globe, lost presidents, birthed nations, invented democracy contracts, gave women the vote, fought wars with taxis, watched terrorism on live TV, and sang opera so loud it broke class barriers. It's proof history isn't linear. It's chaos theory with better costumes. September 6th, one date, infinite drama. And hey, if today feels ordinary, remember, you're just one spice run away from accidentally reshaping the world.